Not um. Okay.
All right. Well, if we are ready, we can start then. How's number 1? In one video, the lead singer of this band is repeatedly attacked by his girlfriend, played by Anna Violissina. In another video, this band spends the day crashing and singing at weddings. One song by this band has the lyric, "I want that red velvet." In another of this band's songs, the singer laments writing 200 letters I will never send. This band's hit Sunday Morning is on its 2002 album Songs About Jane. In 2022, this band's frontman was exposed for cheating on his wife, Bineti Prinsloo, after he...
Buzz. Maroon 5.
Yeah, for 10. Yeah, sorry if I noticed the buzz is a bit late. The sound doesn't work for some reason.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know why I tried to fix it, but I can't. Your bonus. Achille Mbame extended this idea into necropolitics, in which life is subjugated to the power of death. For 10 points each, name this term that first appears in The History of Sexuality. This term describes the way in which modern nation-states exert control over the lives of their citizens.
Like, I don't know, authoritarianism.
Authority direct.
No, it's biopower. This French thinker originated the idea of biopower. This philosopher used the panopticon as a metaphor in his Discipline and Punish.
Like Descartes direct.
No, it's Foucault. Mbeme argues that necropolitics is an extension of this practice in which European countries settled and exploited other countries, specifically in Africa and the Caribbean.
Like colonialism.
Yeah, 10 on the bonus. Toss-up number 2. This character would rather sleep with a man whom they refer to as George Washington cannibalistically developed than with a drunken Christian. After leaving Manhattan Island, this character describes feeling a damp, drizzly November in their soul and decides to stay at Peter Coffin's Spouter Inn. The next morning, this character attends Father Mapple's sermon on Jonah with a tattooed Polynesian man, who's
Like Ishmael.
yeah, for 10.
Okay.
Your bonus. In a novel by this author, the protagonist, Jaruge's brother Boro kills Jacobo for profiting from the white landowner Howlands. For 10 points each, name this author of Weep Not Child who wrote about Mugo's betrayal of Kihika, a rebel who killed District Officer Robson in A Grain of Wheat.
Author Soinka.
No, it's Ngugi. Ngugi's novels Weep Not Child and A Grain of Wheat are set during a rebellion in this African home country of Ngugi. This country is the setting of Isaac Denison's Out of Africa.
Kenya.
Yeah. In their essay Decolonizing the Mind, Ngugi argued that post-colonial writers should stop using this European language as it reified a colonialist past. Chiua Achebe also used this language to write Things Fall Apart.
English.
Yeah, 20 on the bonus. Toss-up number 3. A theorem applied to these shapes is remembered with the mnemonic man plus dad equals bomb plus sink and is named for Stewart. A transversal intersecting these shapes generates segments whose length obey Menelaus' theorem. The square root of a product of these shapes is
Angles.
yeah, for power. Your bonus. This artist depicted 2 men in red cloaks leaning over a wall towards a nude woman in their Susanna and the Elders. For 10 points each, name this artist who potentially depicted their rapist Agostino Tassi as Holofernes in their depiction of Judith beheading him. They also depicted themselves in self-portrait as the Allegory of Painting.
Like Caravaggio.
Caravaggio direct.
No, it's just Gentilishi. This artist depicted an old maid alongside Judith in their depiction of the scene. This master of tenebrism also painted the Supper at Emmaus and the Calling of Saint Matthew.
Caravaggio.
Yeah, Caravaggio direct.
Yeah. This artist's teacher, Giorgione, depicted Judith stepping on Holofernes' head. This Venetian artist depicted a reclined nude with a dog by her feet in Venus of Urbino.
Oh. Oh, this is like Titian.
Differ.
Titian.
Yeah. 20 on the bonus. You don't have to defer. You can just answer and say
okay.
direct. Anyone can
okay.
answer. Just say direct. Toss number
Right,
4. In a Rhodian story, this figure was hanged by a group of handmaidens dressed as Furies on the order of Polixio. In one story, this figure is replaced by an eidolon while they were in Egypt. This figure was left with Aethra before being saved by Dioscuri. This figure's stepfather was sacrificed a horse to seal a defense pact made by this figure's suitors. The oath of Tyndareus was triggered after this sibling of Clytemnestra eloped. After an apple inscribed to the fairest was thrown into a wedding, Aphrodite offered this person to a prince.
Helen.
For 10. Kudzu grass in North America is an example of these organisms which can be carried by ships. For 10 points each, give this term used to describe non-native organisms that usually have a negative effect on their environment.
Invasive.
Yeah. A classic example of an invasive species is this small freshwater mollusk that has overgrown in the Great Lakes of the United States. They carry botulism, which is believed to have killed a bunch of birds in that area.
Bunch. Okay. Very professional question writing. A bunch. So, like mussels.
Prompt.
Zebra.
Yeah. Thomas Austin spread these small mammals to Australia. The myxomatosis virus was once released to control this invasive creature.
What is invasive in Australia again? Like mice.
No, it's rabbit.
Oh yeah, rabbits.
Lesson number 5. After this leader was accused by John Lundgren of mouthing profanity at him in Parliament, this politician claimed to have said "fuddle duddle." This politician defended Bill C-150's decriminalization of homosexuality, saying there is
Shoot. To Trudeau. Trudeau.
Prompts.
Oh. Justin.
No. Yeah. Get.
Pierre Trudeau.
Yeah, for power. Your bonus. This man led a namesake raid using 16 B-25 bombers launched from the USS Hornet. For 10 points each, name this lieutenant commander who led the first American attack on Japan in World War II.
Doolittle direct.
Yeah. The Doolittle raid was in retaliation for this Japanese attack on the U.S. Pacific Fleet in Hawaii, which prompted the U.S. to formally enter World War II.
For Harbor direct.
Yeah. The USS Hornet was an important player in both the Doolittle raid and this pivotal 1942 naval battle in which 4 Japanese aircraft carriers were destroyed.
Midway direct.
Yeah. 30 on the bonus. Toss number 6. An influential family in this empire traces its origin to the administrators of a Buddhist monastery in Balkh. The Barmakid family served as viziers in this empire. This empire created the first paper mills in the world after a victory at Talas River over the Tang Dynasty.
Abbasid?
Yes, for power.
Okay.
Your bonus. Unusually, this temple's bas-reliefs are arranged counterclockwise. For 10 points each, name this landmark. It was designed to look like Mount Meru and was built by the Khmer Empire as a temple to Vishnu.
Angkor Wat.
Yeah. Angkor Wat is found in this country's city of Siem Reap. This country's capital at Phnom Penh.
Cambodia.
Yeah. This large inland lake lies just south of Siem Reap. The Cardamom Mountains lie immediately southwest of this lake, which is fished by many Cambodians of Vietnamese origin.
No idea. Lake.
Answer, please.
Pol Pot Lake. I don't know.
No, it's Tonal Sap.
Oh.
Toss up number 7. A character created by this playwright sells a horse that turns to straw when it touches water and later pleads, "I'll burn my books when a clock strikes 12. The line, "There is no sin but ignorance," is spoken by the ghost of Machiavel in a play by this author, whose title character is thrown into a boiling cauldron after poisoning his daughter, Abigail. This author, who created Barabbas in that play, also wrote a play whose title character asks, "Is this the face that launched 1,000 ships of Helen of Troy after making a deal with..."
Marlowe.
Yeah, for 10. Your bonus. This civilization citadel was an example of Cyclopean architecture and was entered via the Lion's Gate. For 10 points each, name this ancient civilization that succeeded the Minoans as the dominant civilization of Greece. The civilization's linear B language is deciphered by Michael Ventris.
Shoot. Do you know this one, Amu?
No.
Answer,
Like-
please.
The ancient Spartans, direct.
It's Mycenaean. Mycenae fell during the collapse named for the late part of this age. In the classic three-age system, this age comes between the Stone Age and the Iron Age and is named for a metal alloy.
Bronze Age, direct.
Yeah. A golden funeral mat found in Mycenae was named for this mythical figure by Heinrich Schliemann.
Pegasus, direct.
No, it's Agamemnon. Toss up 10 on that bonus. Toss up number 8. This person rang a bell to banish blackbird-shaped demons while fasting on a mountain. A prayer attributed to this person has the line, "Christ in mouth of friend or stranger," and is called their namesake breastplate. With a companion, they turn into a deer to escape an ambush on their way to the Tara Hill. This person's confessio included an account of being captured by pirates and sold into slavery as a teenager. After they attacked him while fasting, this person apocryphally drove all the snakes out of his country. The Chicago River is...
Oh shoot. I don't know. St. Patrick.
Yeah, for 10.
Okay.
Your bonus. The main character of this film flees from a landlady at race car speeds while the fourth movement of Sarasate's Sigurdarvision plays in the background. For 10 points each, name this movie that depicts fights between residents of the Pigsty Slum and the Axe Gang, led by Brother Sun. In this movie's climactic scene, Sing defeats the Beast with the Buddhist palm.
That's time, by the way.
Okay. Finish this bonus.
No answer.
It's Kung Fu Hustle. The hip-hop supergroup Wu-Tang Clan named their first album after a film titled "For the 36th Chamber of this Temple in Hunan Province, where Kung Fu was perfected."
What? Uh, let me think. Mao Zedong Memorial Facility. I don't know.
Shaolin Temple.
Oh
Uh,
wait.
a group of kung fu masters from the Shaolin Temple played this sport in another Stephen Chow film. Bend It Like Beckham is another comedy about this sport.
Like association football.
Yeah, I can accept
Yeah,
that.
good.
It's just soccer or football.
All right. The score right now is 130 to 110. TH Rogers A.
All right, if no one needs a break, we can just start the next half.
We can just.
All right. Question number 9. Donald Trump accused this organization of having no guts, no sense, no vision, and later said he beat the hell out of its leader. Joe Biden nominated Philip Jefferson and Adriana Kugler to this organization's board of governors, which serves 14-year terms. This organization has been accused of being hawkish in contrast with doves who want to avoid a hard landing. At a meeting in Jackson Hole, the head of this organization...
Like the Fed.
Yeah, for 10. Your bonus. In this play, George is elected president of the Fraternal Order of Mammals while Sabina disguises herself as a beauty queen. For 10 points each, name this play in which the Antrobus family survives an ice age in New Jersey.
Like the Last Family.
No, it's The Skin of Our Teeth. The Skin of Our Teeth was written by this author, who also wrote a play in which Emily Webb marries George Gibbs in Grover's Corners, Our Town.
Wait, what is it? Waldo.
Yeah. In The Skin of Our Teeth, a character with this role is angered when Miss Somerset breaks the fourth wall. In Our Town, a character with this role allows Emily to relive her 12th birthday and
Stage
introduces...
manager.
Yeah, 20 on the bonus. Toss-up number 10. This protein can be quantified using Drabskin's reagent. The Lubering-Rappaport shunt creates a regulator of this protein using biphosphology glycerate mutase. That regulator of this protein is 2,3-BPG. In the periphery, this protein's histidines are protonated, leading it to shift from the R state to the T state.
Like hemoglobin.
Yeah, for power. Your bonus. The Very Large Array in New Mexico and the now destroyed Arecibo telescope in Puerto Rico both observed this type of radiation. For 10 points each, name this form of electromagnetic radiation with the longest wavelength. These waves are used to transmit music to cars.
Like radio waves.
Yeah, radio direct.
Yeah. RF pulses excite a sample in this type of spectroscopy, whose forms include proton and carbon-13. In this technique, a nucleus precesses at the Lamer frequency when put in a B field.
Like mass spectroscopy directed.
No, it's NMR. One reference molecule for proton NMR spectroscopy is a compound with 4 methyl groups bound to this element. Like carbon, this element can form long chains by catenation. Answer,
You know
please.
this? Like no answer.
That's is silicon. Toss-up number 11. These events are assumed to occur with uncorrelated velocities in the molecular chaos assumption used to derive the Boltzmann transport equation. The ratio of the magnitude of the differences in velocity before and after these events gives the coefficient of restitution, which varies between 0 and 1. A factor encoding the frequency of these events times the steric factor appears in the Arrhenius equation. These events are often solved using the center of momentum frame. These events always conserve momentum, and if they conserve total kinetic energy, they are called perfectly elastic. Billiard balls undergo, for 10 points, which event in which objects hit each other? Okay, that's time. It's just collision. So toss-up number 11 goes dead. Okay, toss-up number 12. This work compares the sun making things visible to goodness illuminating the truth. In this work, a construct described as true or healthy is dismissed as inhabited by pigs. A parable in this work discusses a stargazer on a ship dismissed by self-flattering sailors. This work's last chapter envisions a giant spindle where souls line up to undergo a reincarnation lottery. This work contains the myth of air and a parable about a ring that turns people invisible, named for...
Republic.
Yeah, for 10.
Yeah, okay.
Your bonus. This San Francisco-based company recently announced their newest bot, GPT-4. For 10 points each, name this company that founded the cryptocurrency WorldCoin and created chatbots like ChatGPT. Sam Altman is the CEO of this laboratory.
What's it called? Like, OpenAI.
Yeah.
Okay.
ChatGPT was briefly banned in Italy after concerns about it breaking this European data privacy law. This law's Article 17 outlines a right to be forgotten.
Like, Communication Security Act.
It's GDPR. Among the early funders of OpenAI is this South African entrepreneur, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, who recently acquired Twitter and renamed it X.
Oh my gosh, it's Elon Musk.
Yeah. 20 on the bonus. Toss number 13. This modern-day country incorporated Eastern Rumelia via the Tofane Agreement. A revolt in this country was suppressed in the Batak Massacre by irregular forces called Bashi Bazouks. This country achieved de facto independence in the Treaty of San Stefano in response to the April Uprising. William Gladstone's Midlothian campaign denounced this country's...
Like Bulgaria.
Yeah, for power.
Okay.
Your bonus. Mark Twain proclaimed this theologian to be the most interesting woman who ever lived. For 10 points each, name this author of Science and Health with Key to the Scriptures. Phineas Quimby treated this theologian using mesmerism.
Oh, is this like Christian Science lady?
Answer,
Johnson.
please. No, it's Eddie. Eddie founded this church in 1879. This church publishes The Monitor, a weekly newsletter, and offers prayer spaces and reading rooms, which functions both as libraries and bookstores.
Like Christian Science.
Yeah. Christian Science teaches that this ritual is an individual spiritual experience rather than more common version involving immersion in water. John performed this ritual on Jesus in the Jordan River.
Baptism.
Yeah. 20 on the bonus. Toss number 14. A book about this event describes a man trying to teach his friend the Canto of Ulysses. A work about this event contains a reprint of Prisoner on the Hell Planet, a work by the author about his mentally ill mother Anja. The memoirs, the periodic table, and If This Is a Man are about Primo Levi's...
Like the Holocaust.
Yeah, for power.
Okay.
Your bonus. In the old republic system of coffee with milk politics, this state's coffee industry was contrasted with the dairy industry of Minas Gerais. For 10 points, name this non-American state. The state shares its name with its capital, which is the most populous city in its country.
Like Sao Paulo.
Yeah. Sao Paulo is a state in this larger South American country, which gained independence from Portugal in 1822.
Brazil.
Yeah. This man was Brazil's dictator during the Estado Novo period. The integralist movement sought to overthrow this politician who committed suicide after angering the military by assassinating a rival.
I was just reading about integralism. Shoot. I need to get better world history. I'm gonna say... I think.
Answer, please.
Ronaldo, I don't know.
Vargas.
Yeah.
Toast number 15. Tracking shots were used by a director from this country in a movie whose opening sequence depicts youth imitating Myron's Discovius. Prana Film, a short-lived company from this country, was sued by Bram Stoker's widow over an unauthorized adaptation. In that film, doctors blame rats for deaths actually caused by a vampire. The cabinet of Dr. Caligari was part of this country's expressionist movement. Another director from this country created a propaganda...
Like Italy?
Neg 5.
Oh.
Another director from this country created a propaganda film in which ends zoomed in on a banner and depicts a leader placing a wreath on a World War I memorial in front of a massive crowd. For 10 points, Nosferatu is a film from what home country of Leni Riefenstahl, whose film...
Germany.
Yeah, for 10. Your bonus. A character with this job, Tom Dacre, dreams of Dick, Joe, Ned, and Jack playing in a green plane. For 10 points each, name this job that titles a poem in both Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience, the former of which describes its members locked up in coffins of black. Answer.
No answer.
Chimney sweepers. This English poet's Songs of Experience includes a poem about an animal burning bright in the forest of the night, the tiger.
Like Blake directed?
Yeah. A line in The Tiger that describes when the stars threw down their spears is thought to be an allusion to this poet who wrote an epic poem seeking to justify the ways of God to men.
Oh, shoot.
Answer,
You remember
please.
this? No answer.
Milton. Toss number 16. This quantity, measured by the Ostwald coefficient, is inversely related to an inhaled anesthetics induction rate. The difference of the log of this quantity between two phases equals log P. A procedure done in a watch glass takes advantage of the fact that this quantity increases with temperature for solids. It's not concentration, but this quantity is decreased for one species in the Commonian effect because K sub SP is constant. Salts of group 1 elements generally...
Solubility.
Yeah, for 10. Your bonus. This piece begins with the brass playing a crescendoing chord whose top note, C sharp, then resolves down to a forzando B. For 10 points each, name this tone poem which inspired the hymn Be Still My Soul. This piece, initially published as part of the Press Celebration Suite, was often performed under the name Impromptu.
I don't know.
It's...
Yes.
Answer, please.
No answer.
Okay, it's Finlandia. Finlandia had to be performed under the name Impromptu to avoid censorship from this home country of composers like Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky.
Russia.
Russia
Yeah.
direct.
Yeah. Finlandia was composed by this Finnish composer whose other works include the Lemminkainen Suite.
Sibelius direct.
Yeah. 20 on the
that's fine.
bonus. Okay.
So 205 to 235 Sycamore.
Good game.
Good game.